Hi, my name is Hunter Kennedy, as I hope you all should know that by now. Today I'm going to take you through my teenage life and the geography that I interact with. This all starts by going to Banff from the Calgary airport. On the way to Banff, I spotted a bridge that didn't have a road, but it had trees and grass for animals to cross, instead of them going across the highway. This is a great solution to animal killings on major highways and roads. When I reached the ski hill on the first day, I took the gondola to the top and was blinded by the clouds because of how high the mountain was. This is normally the visibility of many mountaintops because they are so close to the clouds. While skiing down, I had zero sense of orientation of what was going next, if there's going to be a big bump or a big downfall. When you're skiing on a mountain in the winter, it seems to get colder as you move farther up the mountain, and the temperatures can range from -5 to -35. Something that is very popular on the mountaintops is skiing through the trees. Many people make paths for themselves through the tight trees and the steep downhill. It is normally extremely hard to do so because of the amount of snow that is in between the trees and the tree line. To get to the bottom of the mountain, I had to ski down a 15-minute long trail that was beautiful. On my way down, I could see the wonderful mountains and trees. These trees, I have noticed, can get severely damaged after the winter because of the heavy snow that sits on them all winter. As you can see in this picture, the trees are going to have severe damage in the summer because of the heavy snow. But even though that might happen, the trees still look beautiful with the piles of snow on them. Also in Banff, there were a lot of hiking trails which viewed different rocks and mountains. After I finished my tiring ski day, I traveled to Banff Springs, a natural hot springs that form from water that is being heated from the mantle. This had a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. This hot springs has been here since the 1900s, but has now been claimed by the government for others to enjoy. When will you ever see a lifeguard in a coat? Now, something that I had for dinner. After skiing, we went to a vegetarian restaurant. Now, wow, was that the healthiest meal that I've ever had in my whole life. Most of the food was transported in because of the menu listed the different ingredients such as Brazil nuts and other exotic food, which increases the carbon footprint because I can imagine getting exotic food to a little town 3 hours away from the Calgary airport would require a lot of transportation. Something that has increased my footprint is I must drive around 2 hours to get to my cottage every weekend, which releases a lot of carbon, and also I had to look at my dad's face for the whole ride up. Cottage country, the one place where many go to have a break and take in the wonderful nature around them. At any cottage you can experience the outdoors and get away from the city, enjoying lakes and wake up to the wonderful Canadian goose. In the summer, I partake in many activities, which include surfing, skiing, swimming, kayaking, and throwing my cousins off the raft. Every day I try to stay busy because at the cottage there's always something to do. During the summer, I have a huge group of friends that love to come together for a potluck. Every year is a different theme, and this party is partaken with cottage neighbors, and getting together with others is a great way to socialize all year round. This year's theme was Christmas in July. Everyone came in their best Santa suit and hat, even though it was extremely hot outside. At our cottage, there's lots of diversity, but there's only one age pattern. There seems to be many young adults and teenagers, and not very many kids. You can see the age pattern from this photo taken at our party. At my cottage, I've had the privilege to use a drone to shoot aerial photography of many different cottages and have captured amazing photos and videos while doing so. Many of these trees are coniferous trees because this is in the Canadian Shield, but many of these trees are still standing because most areas farther north haven't become urbanized yet. These huge rocks that are on many properties in the north are over 2.6 billion years old and have been pulled, scraped, and punched. But these rocks are extremely sturdy, and there is proof of this because my cottage is settled on top of a rock right beside the water. If the north were to be urbanized, there would not only have to be a lot of trees to be cut down, but also there would have to be a lot of blasting of huge rocks that form the north. At my cottage, we use a septic tank and get 100% of our water from the lake right beside us. Because we get our water from the lake, it uses less energy to pump the water, because the water doesn't have to go very far to reach its destination. This also helps the environment because after the water is used from showers and toilets, it travels to our septic tank, which is deep underground, and then it slowly seeps through the septic bed under the volleyball court. This is a more environmentally friendly way to get rid of our body's waste than putting it back into the lakes. Now, at my cottage, I work at a marina called Starport. A marina, for those who don't know, is a place where boats come to be stored, serviced, and housed for the summer. And on my lake, the boats happen to be quite expensive. Many of these people have a big boat because they don't want a huge cottage and so that they can explore different areas instead of being in the same spot. This marina helps the economy in Port Severn because Port Severn is a small town, but because of this marina, it is giving jobs to many young adults. Another part of Port Severn that helps the economy is last summer near my cottage they built a little stop right off the highway that has a Tim's, Hero Burger, Pita Pit, and Pizza Hut. Because these fast food restaurants are here, it has given jobs to many young adults that live in Port Severn and need a job. My social life, especially in Brampton, is sports, and more sports, which include rugby, volleyball, basketball, badminton, and tennis. Sports are a great way to get exercise and make new friends that you have never seen before in the school. Also, you get to experience the amazing cold weather of Canada, where it could be 40 degrees Celsius in the morning and then drop to -5 in the afternoon. In the winter, I ski at Mount St. Louis Moonstone. Depending on the temperature, the snow can be very clumpy or very loose. And most of the snow at small ski hills is man-made and can be made from when the temperature is below 0 degrees from a snowblower. And just sometimes, it is good enough to snow someone. Thank you for listening on how I interact with the geography around me.